Journée mondiale de la liberté de la presse, 3 mai. 37e mission, Médias, confiée à l'Oide-Ioed par l'Onu. L'Oide-Ioed, qui a développé sa structure de communication avec une chaîne de télévision en cours de création et des publications électroniques, en modélisant son action sur les médias dans la lignée de celle de l'ONU, entend pratiquer la transparence en soutenant la liberté de la presse et la communication institutionnelle.
World Press Freedom Day, the 3rd of May. 37th mission, Media, entrusted to Ioed by UN. Ioed, which has developed its communication structure with a television channel, currently being created, and electronic publications, by modeling its action on the media in line with that of the UN, intends to practice transparency by supporting press freedom and institutional communication.
Crimes against journalists are not just limited to a handful of countries. They occur anywhere where the powerful and corrupt want to hide the truth. That means in almost every country, attacks against journalists are committed, including harassment, intimidation, arbitrary imprisonment, kidnappings, violent attacks, and murder. Since 1993, 1,438 journalists have been killed. But the more shocking fact is that for every 10 cases of journalists murdered, only 1 ends in successful prosecution of the perpetrators. These killings include those dying while reporting armed conflict, but the majority are killed in countries without armed conflict, where journalists are uncovering local stories that some would prefer hidden. In many cases, those involved in these crimes are powerful enough to obstruct investigations and justice, but in other cases, impunity comes from bottlenecks within the justice system itself. In some countries, it's due to justice systems lacking human and financial resources. In others, it's due to corruption and a lack of transparency. While in some cases, it's a lack of knowledge of good practices to investigate these crimes. This often results in the killing of a journalist just being considered a common crime that has no connection to their profession. These shortcomings in justice systems lead to cases taking many years to resolve, if at all. They represent a breakdown in security and the rule of law, which furthers a cycle of violence against journalists. And where does this lead? To the expansion of global zones of silence. Zones where only powerful people decide the news you hear. Zones which violate our freedom of expression and our collective right as a society to access information.